What's up, Briskies? Today we're going to be talking about a Dandy's World fan game called Dolly's Factory. I was scrolling on my Roblox For You page and was looking at my recommended and saw this game called Dolly's Factory. I didn't think of much of it at first, but then I was on YouTube and saw this short, and it was about, you guessed it, Dolly's Factory. I thought the gameplay looked pretty cool, so I decided to hop in and check it out. So I joined the game and, whoa, this is not your typical Dandy's World fan game. At first, you're entered with 2 starters. I chose the dog, of course, because I am a dog person myself. And I would say their names, but I don't really remember any of their names. As of right now, there's only 3 playable tunes, I believe. And with a 4th one coming out June 27th, I believe. And yeah. Of course, it doesn't have that many tunes. I think it came out not too long ago. I'd have to check for myself. But the gameplay is actually really fun. In the background of this video, you'll see some gameplay footage, and you'll see it's very different from your typical Dandy's World run. First of all, I believe it's better than a Dandy's World public run. Of course, that's also saying because there's less people playing. It's more likely you're going to find more experienced people rather than noobs or babies who don't know what they're doing. And most of these people probably came from Dandy's World, so they already know what they're doing. Alright, so first, let's talk about the character designs. I only own the 2 starters, and I haven't gotten the other one yet because it's expensive, and I don't think I'm going to play that much. But I played to get the rabbit bunny girl. And I believe the character designs are very cute. The fact that they're called Plushies, I think, is a really good name for basically tunes. And the Twisteds are called Rejects, which I also really like that name for some reason. Like, it makes me laugh in my head when I think about it. Like, imagine you start a villain arc because you got rejected by your company. Like, imagine. Anyways, in this game, when you do a machine, you, like, turn, like, a lever while you're doing it. And the skill check is also a little bit different, but pretty much the same. There's not too much you can change about a skill check. And actually, 2 people can do a machine in this game. Now, I think that's actually pretty neat. And, well, I do think it takes longer to do than a Dandy's World machine. I still think it's really cool. Now, a problem I've seen with most Dandy's World fan games, or at least the ones I've played, like Sharky's World, for example, the Dandy's World fan game, the other game I reviewed in my last episode of this, the maps are a little bit too big. Yeah. It's like, where am I even supposed to go in this place? But in this game, Dolly's Factory, I think the maps are just about the right size. The only problem is I don't know where I'm supposed to go in some areas. Like, in one part, there's like, you're in a place that looks like a factory kind of, and it has these turning gears in one part, and you can actually go past them, like you can walk in between them. And I actually didn't know you could do that. I do think that's neat, but I felt like I wish I could actually know I would go back there without having to worry it could, like, kill you or something. The other fun thing is, it actually has other mechanics besides just picking up items and working machines. There are these little boxes that you can move around or trap the Twisteds or make it easier to get away from them or losing their attention. And There's actually most of the maps, or at least 2 of them I've seen, you can actually go up on like shelves and stuff. It's pretty cool. And the items are really different. I think that's pretty neat. And you can grab items that can make you have a shield, which I think is cool. What I also want to talk about the gameplay is your health. Instead of just having free hearts, in this game you have a health bar of 50 HP. Now I don't really pay attention to this kind of stuff, so I'm not too sure, but when you get hit, the twister will do a certain amount of damage, and you can heal, and like you can get like a shield, like in Fortnite. Yeah, not my best example, but that's all I can think of. So yeah, the shield kind of functions as a second health bar. You've run out of your shield, then it goes back to your normal HP bar. So, what else is there to talk about? The Twisteds, or the Rejects. By the way, I already mentioned this, but sick name. Oof, that made that noise. Anyway, so, there's only 3 Twisteds, I think. Same as the playable characters. But there's also this guy named Dexter, who's like kind of the dandy guy in this game. And I don't know if he's a twister, because like I was playing around, and well, we were just talking about if Dexter was a twister or not. I mean, reject or not, but I don't know how you get him to spawn. It's probably like dandy, but Anyway, also, instead of an elevator, you go on a train. And I think that is super cool. Like, I think that's actually probably a better concept than Dandy's World. Like, I think a little train that goes around the area is a better concept than an elevator. Of course, it's kind of hard to imagine you have infinite floors that might go up to 100 with an elevator. But with a train, I could find that more believable. Yeah, so that's all I really have to talk about the gameplay. Another thing is, it has voice chat. Whoa. I don't know why, but I think it's really fun to play these Dandy's World fan games with voice chat. Because it's just funny. I know why Quell doesn't put voice chat in Dandy's World. I'm sure some very toxic and probably just weird things would pursue if that happened. Anyways, if you ever make a Dandy's World fan game, please add voice chat. The game I was playing in the background, the gameplay, actually had voice chat, and that's why I got the Dexter information from, if he spawns. Oh yeah, speaking of Dexter, there's a wheel! There's gambling! In the floors you don't have a shop on, you get to choose to spin a wheel or not. You actually get to vote on it, which I also think is pretty cool. Of course, whenever I haven't seen the thing where somebody votes no, so we always vote yes. And we get to gamble, hooray! There's multiple things that can happen on the wheel, such as you can get more speed, more health, more shield, but also, with gambling comes consequences, and also, there's bad things that can happen. The reject can get more speed, they can deal more damage. There's also one with a flashlight with an X, so I'm assuming that it will be a blackout, I guess. And then there's this one with a dog on it. I would show a picture of it, but I don't know. You'll probably see in the background at some point. I'm not sure what it does, but I keep wanting to land on it to see what it does, but no luck here. So yeah, gambling, woohoo! I love gambling in my Dandy's World game. Anyway, that's pretty fun. Yeah. Anyways, this would be episode 2 of the Dandy's World fan game reviews. If you have any other suggestions for what Danny's World fan games I should review, leave them in the comments below. It would support me a bunch if you would like and subscribe. Of course, you don't have to. I don't really care that much. But, yeah. Also, I mentioned this in my other game reviewing video, but at 100 subscribers, something cool is gonna happen. It's related to Danny's World, not a fan game, just normal Danny's World. So, if you guys like to see that, give me 200 subscribers. Whoa! So, yeah. Hope you all have a fun day, a nice day, and, bye!